Greetings, everyone, and thank you so very much for taking your time to listen to this incredible business presentation. My name is James Adlam, and I have the honor of being a senior vice president with this company. I get to share with you about the opportunity of ACN. Really quickly, my background is I used to work in the pharmaceutical industry for a couple of big companies. A friend gave me a call. I had no idea what he was talking about. He was so excited. I went to see the presentation and I was absolutely blown away. I'd never seen anything like this before in my entire life. And I got started that night. And it has truly been the greatest now over 2 decades of my professional career to have the honor of being with this company. The reason why you're on is because a person invited you on wants to partner with you with this business. And they see something in you, which is why they want to share it with you. But now you have the opportunity to explore for yourself to see if this is a fit. And if it is, we promise you that 2021, you're going to go on the ride of your life. So I've got some information here to share with you about our company. And the first thing is about residual income. So residual income, really simple, the ability to do something and get paid ongoingly. Now, a lot of people know what residual income is, but there's a difference between knowing something and experiencing that something. And so residual income is the foundation of our company. We started in business. Right now, we are the world's largest direct-to-consumer telecom and essential services company. Number one in the world. After 27, now 28 years in business, things are going incredibly well. And the fact is that we offer services that allow for us to capitalize on major markets. We've done over $4 billion in revenue in the last 5 years. We've already eclipsed right now. We're on a record run rate for 2021 as being one of our best years. As well as we're in 27 countries, 5 different continents. We've acquired millions of customers, so things are going really, really well. And the reason why is because we offer services that are just a normal part of how you live. I think everyone would agree that there are certain things that you and I do just as a part of our lives. We pay a cell phone bill every single month. We use high-speed internet. We have some form of a utility services. These are just standard things that we do. But on top of that, are emerging opportunities like the ID seal opportunity, because identity theft is a real thing and identity theft protection is a major growing industry. Right now, only 15% of the population has any form of identity theft protection. But why is that important? Because as it moves into becoming 50%, 70%, 80% as an adoption, you have the ability to know that you're building a company that's offering tremendous value. Let's face it, our data is super vulnerable right now between our cell phones, our laptops, our Wi-Fi connections. Breaching and hacking is now a normal phrase that people use with regularity. If your information is out there without any form of protection, there's high vulnerability. ID Seal is one of the best in class services for locking your data down. On top of that, we have other unique benefits. So for instance, we have something called Power Up. Now, why I love that? I think Power Up is awesome because there are 19 states, 2 provinces in Canada where we offer energy. And in those markets, you could acquire customers, but not only acquire customers, when you acquire your first 12 customers, not only are you getting paid residually on the bill every month, that's just how we normally get paid, but when you get your first 12 customers, we're gonna take the average of the supply portion of that bill and give that to you as a second direct deposit. So with energy, you're actually getting paid twice on the same thing. And why this is big is because industries that make sense also make sense to get paid on, like wireless. With wireless, not only do you earn a residual income on wireless, but when you acquire your first 5 customers, guess what's gonna happen? Your cell phone bill is free. If you can eliminate your cell phone bill, that's probably gonna put upwards of an additional $1,000 almost in your pocket every year. And that's money that you know you're going to spend. And the ability to do something where you also know you're making a difference. Like our partnership with Project Feeding Kids, which is in partnership with Feeding America and Food Banks of Canada. Now, why is this important? Think about this. You acquire a customer, they become your customer just because they're doing you a favor. But when that person becomes your customer, it also triggers a meal for a child. So just by building your business, there's charity already built into your business. And for a brand new person looking at our business, people say, well, how are you able to do all this? Well, I'll tell you how. Because we don't do things the traditional way. See, we don't do traditional marketing, like the telemarketing stuff that used to happen, the media advertising, all those different forms of marketing, nothing wrong with them. We just chose a different approach. Us. I mean, think about it. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, all of these different companies have proven you can grow a very, very large business just through peer-to-peer. So we decided to build our entire business on peer-to-peer. And because of that, we get paid in 4 unique ways, 4 incredible ways. And when I say 4 incredible ways, I mean incredible, because you have the ability, number one, to get bonuses that are uncapped. Now, why is this great? Well, I want you to think about this. You can determine how much you want to generate this month, this week, this day. It is completely up to you. So these bonuses that we get paid up front on the acquisition of customers is amazing. But then you're also getting paid the second way, which is residual income. And now that I know what I know, residual income is absolutely amazing. So when you acquire a customer and they start to pay their bills, you're going to earn up to 20% every single month as they pay their bills. And here's the thing, they're already paying their bills because these are services that people already know that they need to have. And so you're not trying to offer something out of the blue. It's an existing essential service. And on top of that, there's also the ability to grow a team. You know, one of the great things for me was that my friend did think of me, just like you're being thought of. And he said, I want you to do this with me. And I got started with him. And so I began to build a customer base and bonuses were released to me. I began to build a customer base and residuals started to get paid out to me. But I thank God to this day that he gave me that phone call. And now you have the ability to share the opportunity with other people. When they acquire customers, they're eligible for bonuses, they're eligible for residuals. But because you shared the opportunity, you're also eligible for overriding bonuses and overriding residuals as well. And how a brand new person looks at our business, whether you want to do it to, very, very part-time, from the start of the business to the furthest position of senior vice president, everything in the middle, you determine how far you want to go because it's up to you. And so as a brand new person, what's great is that there's no one manipulating the system to make you not successful and all those things that I dealt with in my former position. You decide how far you want to go in the company, but you get to own a business. And I think it's an awesome thing to not just own a business, but to own a business from home where you get paid on essential services, services that everyone already knows that they already have a need for. And so to launch your website's $199, and to maintain it is $25 a month for a support fee. And the company called Salesforce is the one that has developed our back-end support system and website that you use. Salesforce is a serious company. It's a Fortune 500 company. They build and maintain the websites of American Express. You get to use best-in-class technology for a business that you can run from your cell phone, from your laptop, from your tablet, anywhere in the world that there's a signal, you can grow your business. So what do you get? Well, number one, you get a business, which I think is amazing. That's in 27 countries on 5 continents. Like, that's pretty good. Also, major industries. These are not small industries. These are 7 major industries. It's also online, which means it's simple. It's simple because it's online. And not only that, it's residual. I mean, if you can earn residual income, you have to see that there's tremendous value in residual income. If you could do something once and be paid multiple times for that effort, that is very rare. But also you have the benefit of knowing that you get additional things like free services. Like, imagine your cell phone bill disappearing, like your cell phone bill being free. That's an awesome, awesome thing. And knowing that when you acquire a customer, it creates a meal for a child through a partnership with Feeding America and Food Banks of Canada. So when a brand new person looks at our company, you have to understand that not only are we doing well, but you're looking at us at the greatest time ever. And the first person's like, I get it. That was me. I saw the presentation. I was ready. I was like, I'm in. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I'm in. I got started. So I was the number one. I said, this is for me. But sometimes when people see the presentation, maybe timing isn't right. Well, then that person is what we call a number 2. They say, you know what, I see the opportunity, but now isn't the time for whatever reason. If that's the case, hopefully you support the person invited you on to become a customer. Because if making more money isn't for you right now, hopefully supporting a friend or a colleague or a family member, as well as creating a value meals for kids with Feeding America, hopefully that's something that would be of value to you. But wherever you sit in this, we hope that you see something of value. And to kind of give you perspective on what's on the table, we made arrangements because I think it's a great thing for you to have a chance to hear from some people that are doing some great things in their businesses already. And when you listen to their stories, understand they saw the same presentation you saw, heard the same information you're hearing right now, and they just decided to run, and they're running aggressively with the opportunity. The first one is a gentleman from the Pennsylvania marketplace. He's what's called a regional director with our company, which means that he's in the top 1% of our company, and he's building a great business in the Northeast corridor. Please help me welcome on Mr. Kevin O'Connor. Mr. O'Connor, thank you for taking your time. It's all you.
Great evening, Mr. Adlam. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my story. My story is very simple. When I saw the ACN opportunity, I was busy. I was a full-time stonemason during the day, full-time bartender at night, and also volunteering time as a local first responder, where I had a lot of days that would start at 6 o'clock in the morning, end at 2 o'clock in the morning, all to start again at 6. But because of the system and training we have in place here at Team Revolution and within all of ACN, was able to fit it into that schedule. Right when I got started, my mother and sister both got involved as well. It just made sense to them. So we've been building it together as a family. Fast forward a few years now, we've had thousands of customers come into the team and have personally been able to go out and acquire over 150 personal customers. And again, it's just all due to the system that we have here at ACN. So sir, with that, thank you very much.
Congratulations, man. You know, you told me something very awesome the other day. You were talking about, because your background in working in the bar industry. Could you share with everybody what you shared with me about the impact of what's going on in the bar industry in ACN? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Here in Pennsylvania, we've had some unbelievable restrictions on restaurants, and bartending is actually not a thing anymore at the time. And I was that person that if you had asked me a year ago, what's one job that'll never go away, I would have put my life on the fact that bartending would never go away. But because of ACN and when everything happened, you know, we didn't have to panic. We just had to pivot and put our head down and focus even harder here at ACN.
Awesome, man. Congratulations to you and my best to your family. Thank you for speaking up. I appreciate it. The next is a young lady from the Delaware marketplace, also holds a position of regional director. Again, that's a top 1% of our company, and she's got a phenomenal message. So please help me welcome on regional director, Ms. Angelique Davis. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, Mr. Adlam. I'm super excited to be on this evening. And yes, I'm from Philadelphia, and I have a professional background as a licensed therapist, and I work with children with autism. I'm gonna tell you something. After grad school, I dove really deep into my career. I started working tons of hours, and guess what? It's because I'm a single parent, right? As single parents, we do whatever it is that we need to do to create a smile on our children's faces, right? But when I saw ACN, I fell in love with the concept. It just made sense. But then at the slightest little hope of creating more choices, more possibilities for my son and I'm like, I had to dive in. I had to take that chance. And I'm so grateful that I did, because guess what? Now I was able to acquire 300 personal customers. We get a ton of customers, thousands of customers actually, that have come into our entire organization. And it's not because I was anybody special. It's because of this incredible love, the motivation, the support, and the encouragement throughout this incredible team and this phenomenal company. Mr. Adlam, I'm so honored. Thank you so much for having me share.
No, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. That's a phenomenal testimony. And last but certainly not least is a dynamic couple from the New Jersey marketplace, husband and wife team, and she holds a position of regional director, and he's a regional vice president, hit the position of RVP Platinum in our company, and that's none other than Mahel and Art Tahalanga. Thank you very much for taking your time to speak out.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adlam. My wife and I were super excited to be able to work this business together. And I used to be a registered nurse. My wife used to be a medical technologist, and we used to work graveyard shifts. And we could not have the same days off together because one of us have to stay with the kids. Mm-hmm. And in spite of that, we still have to hire a nanny 2 nights per week. And I know I needed to change that. And we were doing great money. We were making great money. But the problem, we were time broke. Mm-hmm. So when I saw ACN in 2009 and they were talking about residual income, we jumped right in. We did our business part-time, following the system consistently. After a year in 2010, I decided to go full-time in ACN. And 5 months later, she followed suit.
Yes. And we have been so grateful for ACN for allowing us to have options. We have now been able to spend most of our time with our kids. And Art and I, we've been stay-at-home parents now for almost 11 years. And I have been homeschooling my kids for the past 7 years. I'm currently a regional director. And as a team, we have acquired more than 7,000 customers. My husband, Art, his organization has acquired tens and thousands of customers. And we owe all of this to the training and support of ACN. So thank you so much, Mr. James. We'll give it back to you.
No, ma'am. Thank you so much. And for all of you listening, those are great examples of people who heard the same information, just decided to run. And so if you're a guest on today, here's what we ask you to do. Get with the person invited you on, just let them know, hey, I see the opportunity for myself to partner with you. I see the opportunity to become a customer. Either way is great. And either way, we appreciate you giving us your time. You know, 2021, great things are going to happen. We know that for sure. We feel that, especially with this opportunity, and we just love to have a chance to work with you. So again, get with the person invited you on, let them know that you either A, see the opportunity, number one, or number two, you see the opportunity to become a customer. Either way, we appreciate your time. Wish you health and prosperity to your family. Take care. God bless, and have an amazing, safe 2021. Take care.